I think we're about due for another constitutional silver search. So I went to my silver dealer and picked up some SLQs today. Hey everybody, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure, and that's right. I decided to go ahead and give my silver dealer a call, asked if he had any constitutional or junk silver. He said he had a bunch of quarters. He had literally 450 quarters on hand. He had them segregated by SLQs and by GWs. And I said, listen, I wasn't planning on buying that many. How about I just buy your SLQs today? So I got them for a good price and figured I'd go through them with you and see if we got any goodies in here. I see dates on a lot. I see mostly variety 2s on the back. I think what I'll do first is I will separate them by the ones with dates, and then the ones without dates I'll put to the side, and then we'll check the ones without dates on the side to see if there's any variety 1s. Let me get them separated first, see if we have any with good dates, and I'll bring you back in. So I've got them stacked now by date: 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Haven't checked for mint marks, just look for the date, put it down there. And these are the ones that might be too slick to get a date off of. Figured I'd go through these first and see if I see anything that tells me what year it might be. Obviously, the first thing I'll look for to see if there's any variety 1s. If there's no variety 1s, I'll just continue on and see if I can get any dates off these and let you know what I find. If there is any variety 1s, I'll come back and show you the variety 1 that I found. I figured before I move further, I better at least show you what a variety 1 looks like compared to a variety 2. Variety 2 will have 3 stars under the eagle on the reverse of the SLQ. Variety 1 will have no stars under the eagle. Variety 1 was minted in 1916 and part of 1917. Variety 2 was minted in 1917, or at least part of it, all the way through 1930. Now that you know that, let's see if we have any variety 1s. So I've got my dateless standing Liberty quarters kind of segregated. These ones have no mint mark that I can decipher from, and these ones do have a mint mark. Obviously, you can see there's an S on this one that has some glue on it, and then the next 3 all have a letter D right there. I've done a pretty good job of trying to see if I can catch a date on any of these. I really can't. There's some raised elements. Like I'll tell you, this one right here looks like it could be a 1924, and I'll get back to that one in a second, but that's the only one really that I can get a decipherable amount of raised elements on that tells me what it could be. So going back to this one, if you look at that last digit, it almost looks like it says 1924. This last little bit right here, it looks like the hook of a 4. And so I'm not certain, but where the tip of the pen is, it's just the hook off the 4. I believe that's a 1924 Denver. And because of the Denver mint mark, it obviously is not a 0, and it can't be a 21. There was none in 22. It can't be a 23 because those years, 21 and 23, did not have Denver minted standing Liberty quarters. So I'm fairly certain that this is a 1924 D SLQ. It's in pretty bad shape, but I got a good deal on it. I can't confirm 100%, but I'm pretty certain that that's a 24 Denver. So that's the find of those ones. Now I need to go through the non-mint marks and see if I can catch any dates under the loop and the microscope or my phone. So unfortunately, I can't see any elements that give me any date detection on one of these 7 SLQs that have the complete date area rubbed away. Again, fairly certain you can see it there. It's a 1924 Denver. That's my best find of the dateless ones that I could even remotely decipher. They're all variety 2, anywhere from 1917 to 1930 on those, and that one has got to be a 24D. Now that we have done that, we're going to run over through the rest of these, and really all I'm totally interested in is a mint mark from Denver or San Francisco on the 1927s. So I'm going to grab my stack of 27s here and look to see if there's any mint marks on them. So unfortunately, none of the 27s had a mint mark. They're all 27p as expected. Matter of fact, we got mostly Philadelphia minted standing Liberty quarters from 25 to 30. We did get 3 1926 S's And if they were in better condition, they'd fetch a lot more value. But these aren't that great a condition. Still, it's good seeing some mint marks on some of these older SLQs. And then for $19.29, we did find one with a Denver mint. I think what I'm going to do now is grab the rest of my SLQs for my stack. I don't have a lot, but I do have some. And we'll get these in the right tubes. Well, here you have it, everyone. My SLQ stack. I've got 2 full rolls of SLQs with dates. These are 25 through 30 apparently, because I don't have anything below 25 that I can see a date on yet. These are my rolls of dateless ones. This is the roll of ones I don't have a date on or a mint mark. And these are the ones I don't have dates on, but they have at least a decipherable mint mark. So that's what we got. Plus I've got my album that I'm still working on. I'll show that in a future episode when I actually find some more SLQs to put in it. I was able to use that 24D to hold a spot. Not very happy with the condition, of course, and the date's not the decipherable, but it does fill a spot in my book for now, I believe. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys feel like that wasn't a 24D and maybe I'm seeing things. Either way, I appreciate you watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this little quick video about my constitutional or junk silver purchase for SLQs, since I normally don't buy those. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, happy stacking, and thanks for watching. If you're still watching, this is a bonus clip. I'm actually recording it a few days after the last video you just saw when I hunted the SLQs. But I told him I wanted to grab all his 1950 and earlier quarters into one bag and the post 50s in another bag. So I picked this one up today, and while I was there, he said I must have left a couple of SLQs in the bin, so he put them in the bag for me. I noticed there was a date on this one, 1917, and I believe there's actually a mint mark as well. There is 1917 Denver, but pretty graffitied up, pretty toasty in general, but I couldn't turn down a Standing Liberty quarter that's a 1917 out of Denver variety too. I'll take it no matter how beat up it is. Anyway, stay tuned for my next quarter hunt, which will include this bag of George Washington quarters.